Tēnā koutou katoa. Te Ao Hurihuri number 3. And so we'll start to get back into the swing of things, doing things twice a week on Mondays and Fridays. But it's Tuesday today. And I hope everybody enjoyed their first day back at work. Some started on the 6th and a lot started yesterday. So, Te Ao Hurihuri number 3, what I'm going to talk about today are the risks associated with embracing technology. And if we jump back to the arrival of Pākehā to Aotearoa, the first risk was also a opportunity and bonus, because the introduction of steel meant that we could garden easier, we could build houses easier, and we didn't need to do our lockwood system of building, and we could start to use nails. All the positive things, but the opposite to that, the negative of steel, is that we were able to create steel weapons, which were quick to make, and that meant that we entered into more wars. Because this whole idea of once we're warriors is actually a fallacy. And it is correct that we actually once were gardeners. And I'm here in Waikato, and throughout the country, the people of Waikato were some of the best gardeners. And so steel helped. It helped us to do things like gardening, but it also meant war. And then as you go through the adoption of writing, meant that we started to write down our oral histories, which we passed on for centuries. But the challenge with writing is then writing something incorrectly, and therefore the counter to that was to ensure that you only ever had one scribe. And as it moved forward, people started to copy things, and as they copied them, human error can come into effect. And so that human error, because more people are able to write, over time you get incorrect spelling of whakapapa names, ancestral names, as well as mistakes in places, etc. And so these mistakes happen. But another challenge with embracing technology is, as we come to jumping forward to today, is it's so easy for us to do things. It's so easy to write something down. It's so easy to punch it into our phone, and then that makes the brain lazy. And Te Rangi Hiroa, Sir Peter Buck, he wrote when he was living in Hawaii, around about the 1940s, 1930s, he wrote something about one of the challenges with adopting Western practices is that it makes we don't use our brain as much as you would if you're doing things the Māori way, which he called the uncivilized way, because we were uncivilized people, apparently, even though we knew how to use more of our brain. And so the challenge with today's environment is that we've got all of this technology where you can just press record, or you can just punch things down in notes or reminders or everything else, all those different apps. It means that we don't use the full capacity of our brain as our tupuna were able to do. And so one of the biggest challenges for us is to continue to encourage, and this is where Māori medium teaching is really good, is it teaches our kids to learn waiata, tau parapara, karakia, and stretch the brain so they have this full memory and can then use the full capacity of our brain, or as much capacity as we can, rather than writing everything down. Oh, you don't need to memorize it. It's just simple stuff that you shouldn't need to memorize. Whereas going back to when I was a child, everybody knew phone numbers off by heart. Okay, 3 digits back then, 192 746. 777 340. But it's how do we balance all of this while still embracing te ao hurihuri, the ever-changing world, and what it can offer us, and ensure that we exercise our brain just as much as we're encouraged to exercise our body. And then as we do that, that covers the henengaro, the brain, the body covers the tinana. You also have to exercise your wairua. We'll talk about that in another topic at a later time. Ka te ake, have a great rest of the week. I'll be doing my next kōrero from either Kaiwaiki or Wanganui as I go down to the Tiro Hauwaka. Tēnā koutou, kia ora tātou.